Moving out of the blame and shame model is very healthy. If you're blaming everybody else outside of you, that is a normal way to operate a human mind in our culture. And as soon as people move out of that and blame themselves basically for everything in their life, not in a negative way, but in a leverage way. I
Like
got
take
mad not
oh
because of what you said. I got mad because how I received it. That's my
yeah,
fault. It's on me.
yeah,
Now I have the ability to change it. I didn't get scared on the skydive because it was windy. I just had a feeling in my body and I noticed the feeling of fear. And then immediately I pivoted, made a choice, and suddenly I realized I'm acting in a wise manner. It wasn't my fear. It might have come into me in my body, where I feel that contraction, that lack of motivation to get on the plane. And then sometimes you examine the situation and go, no, this isn't crazy. I'm not fearful for the wrong reason. I'm fearful for the right reason. That's great.
and like letting go that you're not going to be able to completely control it from before you get into the plane to do your jump. Do you know what I mean? Like
Yep.
obviously plan, but it's not necessarily going to be exactly how you planned it.
Isn't that great? I think
Yeah,
it's great. I mean, if you could jump out of the airplane and everything would be robotic, and you had maybe lights or something where the computer told you which way to turn your parachute, I don't think the sport would be as much fun. Even if
yeah.
that meant that there would never be another canopy collision, nobody would ever land off the drop zone. It wouldn't be as cool.
It would take away, yeah.
It would take the human experience out of it. Yeah.
And feeling of like pride when you do.
Yes, we should. Like every time you save yourself, right? Every jump you've saved yourself. You should be proud.
Yeah.
You should lean into that because successful skydives don't happen by accident. They happen by a series of choices by an intelligent human being who managed their emotion enough to do what they needed to do.
Yeah, sometimes I wonder if
Yeah.
not so last time, but I was nervous that my nervousness was like leaching out. Do you know what I mean?
I
Um,
understand.
Especially on the plane rides up. But
Yeah.
like I think I'm handling that now. But yeah, I was because I know that I do feel like emotions is kind of like we feel each other's emotions. We
We
do.
do. We
Um,
feel we feel the EM field. We feel the vibration. Like when my cat sits on my chest, we feel it. It radiates a lot further than we realize. And there's even pheromones that have been proven to be exuded while we're fearful.
yeah,
And it causes other people to be more fearful. And then the safety level of the airplane of everybody on board changes. And
yeah,
we also have the capability of doing the direct opposite, which is what I try to do. Ask anybody, and we all know the answer to this question. What's the opposite of fear?
curiosity, love.
Well, that's not separate, right? For me, the love of life leads me to be curious, right?
Yeah,
And so if I can sit in the airplane exuding a loving vibe and just, glowing, I'm just so psyched to be here and I smile and every bit of eye contact that I get, I'm giving them a bump and they're giving me a bump. And we're having that cosmic moment of connection on the way to altitude. We just improved each other's skydives by having a human connection. So
yeah,
you
I
can
get
you
that.
you can go into your fear or you can go deeper into your love.
Yeah,
That has saved me in many different, very sketchy circumstances in my life, as you can probably imagine. Being in
like
third world countries and places where there's guns all around. I just came from a war zone again. And I just walk through these places with a smile on my face, a genuine smile, radiating love as I walk around Jerusalem, with the Jews and the Muslims and, trying to draw connection and see how everybody's just people, they're all just me in that costume.
yeah,
And it creates a safety bubble for me in a lot of different ways. That's why I'm, still here at 58 years old after after doing thousands and thousands of jumps, most of them test jumps, that I have made my area of curiosity, what we can do to alchemize our fear into a powerful emotion that causes safety.
Okay. I really like that. Deeper into fear or deeper into love.
Take your pick. Those are the two polar opposites in our universe.
Oh, I just want to be loved. So that sounds
Yeah, yeah, it works better.
yeah.
It's much more fun. Well,
Yeah.
I'm working with I just got a little kitty cat, a young kitten who is so scared she doesn't want to come out of her little cubby hole thing. It's like a fluffy cubby. And so I'm having this another opportunity to invest more love to help soothe her fear and give her time to little by little. And she's starting to come out of her shell. And I see that there's a part of me that is her.
Yeah.
Even after all these years of jumping out of planes and doing dangerous things and traveling all over, I still have fear. And I'm okay with that because I know that we're all multidimensional beings with, an inner child, and we're constantly needing to re-examine and decide what is true for us.
It probably helps you like continue having compassion for that fear as well. If you have a little bit in yourself, you don't forget it.
Yep, exactly. Yeah,
You know?
shame doesn't help. Feeling embarrassed that you're afraid does not
Yeah.
help. Yeah, at all. We just have to love our inner child. I have to, love when I have a thought that go, that's kind of a narcissistic, self-centered thought. That's self-serving. And then I step out of it and go, oh, where did that come from? Oh yeah, my insecure little child that was bullied when I was 8.
Yeah.
And I remember the face of the bully that made me feel this way, that causes this overcompensatory response of my consciousness that's been echoing and echoing until I finally look it straight in the eyes, that inner bully that makes us afraid, that puts us, in the back seat, look it straight
Yeah.
in the eyes again and go, no, I'm in control of my mind, and I choose love. I choose happiness. I choose to hold myself, my inner child, like a baby,
Yeah.
and embrace it all. Let it break you, whatever the emotion is, let it break you. Let it, because there's nothing to break. You just let it be. You're scared under canopy. Let it be. I'm scared in this moment. Laugh, cry, go with it. Don't fight it though.
Don't try and fight it.
Don't try to fight it.
Yeah.
Accept the whole self, but recognize when it's time to give the microphone to the adult within you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I get that.
Yeah, it's ongoing, and I love how skydiving for so many people, not just us, so many people have had kind of a rebirth in their life through this experience. A re-examining of self, opportunity to see all these thoughts of inadequacy that were always there. It's just we didn't challenge ourselves enough to see them. That's
Yeah.
great.
Do you think the like the confidence that can come through sort of overcoming like skydiving, I don't know, just as you sort of tackle that fear, do you think you can apply that to a lot of other places?
My experience is yes, absolutely. Absolutely. The methods that you use to combat the fear in skydiving, like soothe the body, calm the physiology, empty the mind, reappraise from a wider view. What have I missed? That kind of perspective, to have a grace about the way you operate your mind, to not draw those judgmental conclusions and step up out of it and go, all right, well, is there something I'm missing here? To have the humbleness to go, I don't really know. And then we can often find ourselves seeing an answer that we didn't see initially when we're in the fear mindset. That whole skill set applies to everything.
Yeah,
Relationships, it's the same thing. We step up out of our ego mind that is kind of operates based in fear, based in lack, based in worry, and we step up out of it into our true self, in my opinion. I mean, I embrace it all as me, but I think the true self is who we were before we got scarred by life, but we got worried by things that happened, or terrifying or infuriating experiences that we remembered. And it changed us from the pure inner child that we were born to be. Um,
Yeah.
it just now we just have to keep reopening the flower. You know, it clamps down. We just keep reopening the flower.